You will see and hear the stories of just a few of these trusted professionals. They are honorable servants, stewards of our great profession, and military experts. Like all true professionals, we live by a code that defines the very essence of who we are. When we answer the call to duty, we commit to serve with honor and integrity. These core values of our noble profession have a deep and personal meaning to all soldiers, from the newest recruit to the most battle-hardened veteran.
Soldiers show tremendous personal courage in facing incredible challenges in combat, and some return home with severe physical and mental challenges still ahead of them. Yet they persevere, they endure, and they flourish because of their loyalties to our values. Soldiers like our first trusted professional, Staff Sergeant Troy Tao with the Warrior Transition Battalion, perform truly honorable service as they selflessly use their experience to help
I feel like the hardest thing is taking the negative thoughts and turning them into positive motivation. Due to the fact that I felt like I can relate to these soldiers physically and mentally, help them through times where I knew it was going to get tough, and I knew you had to really dig deep to bring that personal courage out and to fight and to move forward, and getting that foot through the front door is the hardest part sometimes. No matter how dark that tunnel gets, there will be light at the end of the tunnel. And fighting through all the demons or whatever you may have going on inside your head and physically is very challenging, but you have to realize that it's all worth it at the end of the day. There was no doubt in my mind that I would get back to 100%. The most challenging part was finding my new 100%. Because everybody wants to get back to where they were before this tragic event happened. Everybody wants to get back to that 100%. But what they fail to realize is that you'll never be back to that 100%. You have to find your new 100% and what you're capable of and what you can do now. I see what we do here at the Warrior Transition Battalion as honorable service, because we want to be here to help these soldiers out in their time of need, to stop everything that we're doing or put our families on hold or put anything that we had going on in our lives on hold. To help these soldiers in a time of need is priceless.
Everyone in the ranks of our great Army, officer, enlisted, and civilian, is a steward of our profession. We are all called upon to protect and hold sacred the values, ethics, and traditions of our armies. We know our priorities and persevere through occasional setbacks to achieve our goals, because that is the hallmark of stewardship.
Through effective stewardship, we sustain and strengthen the institutional Army and its resources, now and for the future. But by far, the most important resource is our people, the soldiers, civilians, and families who are literally the lifeblood of our profession. Our next trusted professional, Dr. Thomas Plaisted, dedicates his time to solving the most challenging obstacles to our soldiers' well-being.
The soldier is our most important resource, and our soldiers are the best equipped and the best trained out there. And in the Research, Development, and Engineering Command, we're charged with coming up with the best technology to field and make sure that the soldier has the decisive advantage on the battlefield. And what I do on a day-to-day basis, be it working with materials for tissue surrogates or developing new protective technology, all comes back to focusing on the safety and the protection of the soldier to make sure that they can do their job effectively and come home safely. In terms of dynamics, we may not all approach the problem from the same perspective, and we may come at this problem with a strong opinion as to how to best solve the problem. But we work together as a team, and knowing that it's the injury to the soldier and the potential to stop a debilitating injury is what helps to focus us and form a consensus on the best approach to come up with the long-term solution. We come up with and we evaluate the high risk and the high payoff technologies. And sometimes we get to celebrate when we come up with a breakthrough, but other times we have to acknowledge when our ideas just aren't going to work out, and that can be difficult. But looking at all the possible solutions is the way that we come up with the best solution effectively. I see the same media reports and news articles that everybody else sees about the injuries our soldiers are receiving in theater. However, I may take a different perspective on that than the average viewer because what I work on and what many of us at the Army Research Lab work on are the protective solutions that may prevent those injuries in the future. And that is a big motivating factor and brings our work into focus every day.
As the nation's force of decisive action, we are masters of our profession, military experts, whether it's qualifying at the range, planning and executing large-scale maneuvers, or conducting research and development in support of our Army. We work hard to finally hone the military and technical skills needed to accomplish any task.
The education, training, and experience that we receive as members of the Army profession enable us, or prepare and enable us to effectively and ethically serve the nation. Like our final trusted professional, Major Christina Cook, we gained these things through exceptional training.
We're all professionals, and what motivates us is knowing our standard, learning and achieving that standard, and then being good at that standard. I think that's what motivates me. It motivates the team when everyone was new. The whole crew was new at this. None of us had done gunnery before. And so as we came up to challenges that we had to fight through to figure out how do we accomplish this. Once we did accomplish it, it was such a great feeling of, hey, we can do this. Now let's do the next thing, and let's do the next step. And we got this. Yes, there is a standard. They're going to meet that standard, but it's not just a dreadful thing. It is we're out here having fun, and we're out here doing a great mission for everyone. And therefore, they go away enjoying what they do and looking forward to coming back the next day. To ensure that my team, my subordinates, are military experts, it means making sure that they get diversity in their training as well. So my driver today will be the gunner tomorrow, who will be the vehicle commander later. He's going to be what leads the future. He's going to be the next sergeant major, and he would have experience working with what the standard is today and what the standard is in the future. And it's all going to be based off character, competence, and commitment. And I think that's how, by leading and saying, this is how we make it, this is how the Army is, we're professionals, is how I help them lead to the next future.
Through honorable service as exemplified by Staff Sergeant Troy Tao.
Responsible stewardship of our vast resources as exhibited by Dr. Thomas Plaisted.
And unparalleled military expertise like that of Major Christina Cook. The soldiers and civilians of the United States Army are trusted professionals today and tomorrow.
For 239 years, we have been proud to say that we are America's Army, and we stand strong, ready to respond when America calls.